Brian Calhoun. I want to tell you about my new project, TinkerTar. These are one-string guitars designed to get kids playing songs right away. And I hope that they're going to have a big impact in general on early childhood music education. So I build custom guitars for a living, but I also make games and write kids' books. And I wanted to make children's guitars as a way to kind of combine my two worlds. And I'd been thinking about it when a friend of mine said, hey man, why don't you make animal guitars? You're always drawing animals. And I thought, well, that's a good idea. I mean, right now, everything on the market that's a kid's guitar kind of looks like a guitar. So I started there and I made a dinosaur-shaped ukulele, 4 strings. I took it to a friend's house where it's a birthday party, a bunch of kids, 5 and 6 years old, and they all wanted to play it because it looked like a dinosaur, but they couldn't, they just strum all the strings. But when I would try to get them to play a chord, they'd lose interest. And when I'd try to get them to play an individual melody, they just couldn't do it. It's very hard to get in between those strings and pluck one string at a time while you push the same string down here. So I just started thinking, why is it? Kids can play piano, kids can go to a piano and go, they can do it on a violin too. And that night, something clicked. The guitars are generally start, if you talk to a music teacher and they start kids at maybe age 7 or 8 on a ukulele, you're generally starting with chords, which are hard, and then you just strum. Where pianos and violins, you start with melodies. And so I had the idea to make a one-string instrument. I went back to that same group of kids with an elephant guitar, the trunk was the neck, and it had 1 string. And the first thing they did was change the pitch, because it's so easy with 1 string. You don't have to be precise. Even just pushing, you can kind of flop your finger down to change the pitch. The next innovation on TinkerTar was getting rid of frets. Those early TinkerTars had frets. It takes a lot more time to change the pitch on a fret. And again, I thought about violins. Violins don't have frets. Every musician I know that started playing violin at a young age has an incredible ear for music because you have to work on your intonation. And once we started printing the fingerboards on these TinkerTars, we can print this numerical color-coded system. Then I could write music like this, color-coded in music. And so I have taught kids melodies as young as 3 years old on this over and over again, but 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, literally 7 or 5-year-olds that can't play a ukulele or give up interest can sight read music out of this book. You just read the number or the color. And I've seen it over and over again, kids sight reading music out of this book. And the thing is, once a kid learns a melody, they want to come back and play it again. You spend all this time to learn a few chords. It's not actually very satisfying, but you learn these melodies and you want to play again. So I don't think these are going to replace there's great kids guitars out there on the market. I just think if a kid plays this first, then when they move up to a ukulele or a small guitar, it's going to make so much more sense to them. Because you can play simple melodies. I mean, 1 string, any melody out there you can play. It's basically 15 notes of a piano. So you can play all the simple stuff. But you can rock out on these. You got all kinds of different shapes, sizes, something for every kid. We've got everything you can think of. So just really excited about this project. And I just hope it's gonna get a lot of kids out there playing guitar that might otherwise not have been interested. Thank you.